Seems the love I've known has always been the most destructive kind. Guess that's why now I feel so old before my time. Yesterday, when I was young, the taste of life was sweet as rain upon my tongue. I teased at life as if it were a foolish game. The way the evening breeze made tease a candle flame. The thousand dreams I dreamed, the splendid things I planned, I always built to last on weak and shifting sand. I lived by night and shunned the naked light of day, and only now I see how the years ran away. Yesterday, when I was young, so many happy songs were waiting to be sung. So many wild pleasures lay in store for me, and so much pain my dazzled eyes refused to see. I ran so fast that time and youth at last ran out. I never stopped to think what life was all about, and every conversation I can now recall concerns itself with me and nothing else at all. Yesterday, the moon was blue, and every crazy day brought something new to do. I used my magic age as if it were a wand, and never saw the waste and emptiness beyond. The game of love I played with arrogance and pride, and every flame I lit too quickly died. The friends I made all seemed somehow to drift away, and only I am left on stage to end the play. There are so many songs in me that won't be sung. I feel the bitter taste of tears upon my tongue. The time has come for me to pay for yesterday, when I was young. When I noticed her the first time, I was outside running barefoot in the rain. She lived in the house next door. Her nose was pressed against the window pane. When I looked at her, she smiled and showed a place where two teeth used to be. And I heard her ask her mom if she could come outside and play with me. Soon the days of sand and shovels gave way to the mysteries of life. Then I noticed she was changed, and I looked at her through different eyes. We became as one and knew a love without beginning or an end. And every day I lived with her was like a new day dawning once again. And I've loved her since. Every doll sure tempted. Soda pop was still a nickel. Jam was on her fingertips. Milk was circled on her lips. night I heard her cry. And when she left me in the fall, I knew that it would be our last goodbye. I was man enough to give her everything she needed for a while. In searching for a perfect love, I found that I could not give her a child. Now she lives a quiet life and is the mother of a little girl. And every time I pass her house, my thoughts go back into another world. 'Cause I see her little girl, her nose is pressed against the window pane. She thinks I'm a lonely man who wants to come inside out of the rain. And I've loved her since every doll was Shirley Temple. So the pop was still a nickel. Jam was on her fingertips. Milk was circled on her. Over there across the tracks, inside a dingy two-room shack, lives a girl who spends her spare time crying. Raggedy Ann. The patches that she tries to hide keeps tearing down her woman's pride and makes it hard for her to keep from trying. Raggedy Ann. But there's someone who loves her, and to him she's Cinderella. He's just waiting for the day until she's old enough for him to come and take her away. To a world where there'll be no hand-me-downs, safe in the arms of the one who loves her and understands. Raggedy Ann. Yes, Raggedy Ann, I love you, and to me you're my Cinderella. I'm just waiting for the day until you're old enough for me to come and take you away. To a world where there'll be no hand-me-downs, safe in my arms 'cause I love you, I understand. Raggedy Ann. I'll stay with you if you say stay, but I must leave you when I must. I'll stay as long as we can laugh and leave when laughter turns to rust. The day the fireworks fail to flash and metal lights refuse to shine, we'll know it's time for someone else, for love is just a state of mind. If you can say it like it is And if I like to hear it said, I'll carve your image on my heart and make sure that your soul is fed. But if one day the words break step, and if one ego lags behind, you call 'em left, I'll call 'em right, for love is just a state of mind. Keep yourself, but give me room. I want some place to think aloud. And if you can, your chain will reach from ocean floor to shining cloud. But when the shackles feel too tight, and when restrictions start to bind, it's time to breathe instead of choke, for love is just a state of mind. If my words are worth things, and if I make your mouth turn down, then take your apprehensive love and leave me now without a sound. But if you take me as I am and love me one day at a time, I may stay 1,000 years for love. It's just a state of mind. Love is just a state of mind. When a hill is just a hill and not another one to climb, when one kiss in 1,000 burns his lips from time to time, when the thoughts of playing children start to play upon his mind, that's when a man becomes a man. When he doesn't pay attention to the burning urge to go. When the only thing that's moving is a bobbing fishing pole. When he learns that simply living is all of life he needs to know, that's when a man becomes a man. A man becomes a man when the waves no longer find his hurried footprints in the sand. When he finds what he's been looking for already has him by the hand. When his pleasures are just vapors from a tin tobacco can, that's when a man becomes a man. Sun sets in the same place as it did the day before, and the supper dishes rattle from inside the kitchen door. When it doesn't seem to feel the urge for leaving anymore, that's when a man becomes a man. shows the tiny flecks of silver in his hair. When a passing freight train whistle brings a smile from ear to ear. When his only mode of travel is a squeaky rocking chair, that's when a man becomes a man. That's when a man becomes a man. That's when a man becomes a man. When you come across unto me with your hair the tangled grass of evening breezes, and you do not hide your face because somebody said one time it wasn't natural. What a joy for us just running down this crooked trail of midnight, and the peaceful things inside me that it does. Then you whisper low, I have to go. The acid tears start coming slow to complicate a simple thing as love. Awake now, I don't hear the floorboards creaking as you walk back from the window. Or feel your satin fingers drawing patterns on my back, but I lay dying. Without you, I'm a child who sucks the vacant thumb of emptiness, left crying when he has my patty love. At the mercy of an empty room, sing verses to some faded wall, confused about a simple thing as love. Stay here till the clock runs out and falls from sheer exhaustion, or till morning when I watch you as you stoop to pick your things up from the floor. But too soon for us it's over in the shock of the electric light bulb sunrise from the ceiling up above. As it dangles to remind us of the spider web that binds us and just complicates a simple thing as love. Awake now, I don't hear the floorboards creaking as you walk back from the window, or feel your satin fingers drawing patterns on my back where I lay dying. Without you, I'm a child who sucks the vacant thumb of emptiness, left crying when he has my patty love. At the mercy of an empty room, sing verses to some faded wall, confused about a simple thing as love.